Now, to what may be the most important campaign issue that nobody has talked about, didn't come up in a single debate. I'm talking about the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, for a generation, the high court of the land has usually operated under the 5-4 split. 4 reliable conservative voters, 4 reliable progressive votes, and a swing vote, often deciding the rulings. Now, the election in 2 weeks could certainly change that dynamic. Add another conservative, or another progressive for that matter, and odds are the court's balance will tip one way or the other. And it's almost a lock that the next president will pick a court member. In all of American history, only 4 presidents didn't get to make an appointment. And the range of issues that the court can or will face is huge here. And you don't have to be hypothetical. Just look at some of the recently decided issues like money in government, health care reform, to upcoming rulings on affirmative action and voting rights that are in this court session. What about hot-button issues like same-sex marriage, abortion? Don't think Roe v. Wade. We've seen the last of it at the High Court. And states' rights, which can change the rules on almost any other issue. Or surprise issues like Bush v. Gore. Literally, there isn't a subject that the Supreme Court may not rule on. And guys, I know nobody wants to talk about it because I joked about if you need 2 points, it loses the audience. This is kind of 3, you know, because who would be the justices that would step aside? I know it would be dependent on who wins the election, you would think. But you can't exaggerate the impact. Yes, the Senate's got to, approve the choice here, but it's the president's call. And more often than not, unless there's a big problem, that person's going on the bench. This will be generational, the impact, right?
Huge, for years. Look at what George Bush did by appointing Chief Justice Roberts. I mean, he appointed him, he was, I think, 50 years old or so. I mean, that guy might be on for the next 40 years.
You have to love Roberts.
Well, I do now.
Right, of course. But see, that's the overriding point on these Supreme Court justices, is that when a Democrat appoints a justice, you know where they're voting. Us, Kennedy was appointed by Reagan. He's the swing moderate vote on the biggest.
Let's not make Roberts here such a wild card.
He's hardly a liberal.
Kennedy's legitimate, your point. All
right. And Sandra Day O'Connor was to that point. We appointed David Souter, who became your lock, stock, and barrel, was appointed by Bush 1.
But you know what?
Never does the Democrats appoint anybody who doesn't go in and go, but what's the party want me to do? Okay, I got it. I'm locked down on it.
But don't you think it's also a reflection on how the party has changed? Your party has changed, where what might have been considered not an arch conservative, but a moderate Republican justice is now so out of step with the conservative party. I mean, for example, you look at an Alito, you look at a Scalia. I mean, those guys.
Brilliant. Scalia is brilliant.
I don't know. I never thought of O'Connor and Kennedy as these lefties, for crying out loud.
I don't either. I think they're all. Listen, I'm different than most a lot of political people. Okay, I have the utmost respect for all 9 members of the court, and I go as far as this: the President of the United States, as long as they pick someone who's qualified. I don't care what their positions are. As long as the American Bar Association says this person is qualified, the Senate should step aside and say, that's it.
We can agree on this much, though, because I got to break. This will be possibly the biggest legacy of the next president.
Excellent. President Romney, please.
There we go. We go to a quick break. When we come back, if you're wondering where Andrew is, well, he's on the campus of St. John's, and he's talking about the youth vote. We all know what happened in 2008 here. It's really what got Obama, in large part, sitting in Pennsylvania Avenue. Well, we have gone to a campus to find out how excited is this electorate and what are they excited about? What are the biggest issues facing them? I have a feeling we can start that with J and end with S. We'll get into that. Plus, our college campus tour continues after this.